disingenuous and it's just about hating men.
No, wait. Can I address that?
If a person is irresponsible, if the man
No.
and the woman are being irresponsible, as you have said, they're not wrapping it up.
No,
they're
because I mostly hear it's the men here
Excuse me. Now you're doing the exact same thing. If you're saying that the
oh, I'm sorry. It's like 6 against 1.
If it is irresponsible, then you've got two irresponsible adults.
Yes,
one
ma'am.
male, wait a minute, one male,
No, I'm
one
just saying yes, ma'am.
irresponsible female, because they're both being irresponsible. So if
Okay.
these two irresponsible people, have an unplanned pregnancy and this child suffers because of this unplanned pregnancy, we're going to regulate the woman, but we're not going to do anything for the man. He can go out and be irresponsible and maybe have 2 more children that
But
year.
why isn't the conversation that he stays with said individual and
Because
more
that's
importantly,
not
But-
as
hold on.
likely.
No. So that's exactly where I'm going to go with. God forbid I had that conversation and would have continued. Otherwise, I wouldn't have my beautiful 9-year-old daughter and my wife. So you would be very disingenuous to say that all men are scum and pigs.
No, I'm not saying
There
that.
are women
I don't
that
think
get
anyone's
pregnant
saying
just to
that.
be able to not be able to pay anything
I feel like
and take
you-
advantage of the
no,
system.
hold on,
And
I
more
feel like
importantly,
you
there are
keep touching on
high-profile
this.
women that marry into certain relationships for the betterment and ensure they get pregnant so they can keep their money in that pocket.
So
I mean, they're handing that
you're
money
taking
in wallet.
no, you're taking.
So
it
again,
very
no,
far.
you guys, no, because you guys are fearing self-accountability and
No,
blaming
because-
others for
No.
poor decisions.
You're
Why
trying
isn't it
to
more
s-
important, like, why
you're
is the
trying to
woman making
convince
better
us- no,
decisions and
please
who's they
stop.
allowed to impregnate
Please stop. Because
them? No,
you're
it's
trying
my life.
You're trying
You
to
don't have to.
convince us.
gaslighting
You
101.
can't handle it, then you're more than welcome to leave.
Well, you're just trying to convince us that we hate men, but
I'm not
we
trying
don't.
to do it. I'm not trying.
See how
I'm
many
just
gadgets,
like, what? So you're
gaslighting
allowed to have your
101.
absolute perspective, and I'm not allowed to have my opinion.
No, but the thing is, it's no.
When did this become a funny
Well,
mustache
the difference
conference?
is none of us said anything degrading men and saying that nobody said they were all scum. You suggested that we did, and then
So if that's
proceeded.
not the case,
and
then
then
it should have
hold on.
not triggered anybody.
It's not triggering because it's true. It's triggering
You guys, let's all be real. Let's all be
Ha ha
real.
ha! It's so funny, but
Yeah, we're all adults, yeah?
it's true.
Oh, no, you're not. I get it. Okay.
Hey, Rag, are you married?
No, I'm not.
There you go.
Okay, did I not say the irresponsible male and the irresponsible female?
Exactly.
And I know that you heard me. And what you did was you just took the little bitty piece that you wanted and went off on a whole evolution tangent. So
Another
you just
evolution
keep wanting
tangent?
to-
Okay.
You keep wanting to only say one part.
No,
And
I'm
keep saying
conversating with
an
you guys. It's just a
irresponsible
conversation.
man and an irresponsible woman. An irresponsible man and an irresponsible woman. If you have two irresponsible people, why are we only regulating one of those two people?
So then you should saying that everyone should have a choice. So why
No.
shouldn't the father have a choice?
Well,
about
currently the
having-
father does have a choice by choosing not to be in the child's life.
Depending on state, and how whoever's behind that gavel.
But you
Depending
can't
on
say that
state.
choice does not exist just because it depends on the state. The choice still exists. It just depends on the state that you're in. So the issue now becomes women will no longer have a choice, but men will still have the choice.
Exactly.
Well, so then how are we again supposed to continue as human civilization if you
Oh.
want to cut everybody off?
Okay,
and
so
then
that's
later
not
we
gonna
have
happen.
No. If we have a situation where men are to the point where they become infertile and we can't procreate anymore,
Oh my God.
Vasectomies are reversible.
are reversible?
are.
They are
Yes.
reversible,
100%
yes.
reversible. Yes, they are.
Well, I didn't know that. Well, then you should have started off with that.
But
I think we just assumed that was common knowledge.
No, because why would I want to, go on? That's not attractive to me. I don't need to know about that stuff.
Well,
Like,
it's
I
not.
love my
It's
kids.
not.
I don't want
Well, you-
to.
It's not
I
about
want to debate
attraction.
this topic.
Yeah, and you guys
probably want to be informed, but
A lot
Yeah,
of
this
the
is what
time-
the conversation's about.
Well,
being
well,
informed.
yeah, I
Exactly.
think that's a good thing. But a lot of the time, men who get vasectomies, it's because We have grown women, like 30-year-old women. They don't want to be on a BC pill for the rest of
I
their
don't know. I
lives.
just don't like needles and
Or
stuff
have
and
to
going
get their
under,
tubes
and I don't want to get.
Oh, of course.
And you
we
wouldn't
don't
have
want to be
to,
told
though.
what to do with our bodies either.
Exactly, and that's the
I
thing.
am saying that. You guys are saying that.
You wouldn't have to go through that if you are a responsible
God.
parent.
I'm a guy, so I'm like everybody. Like I'm all guys.
No, it's just what you just said.
It's a generalization.
No, you said that we were saying that women shouldn't have control over our bodies, but that's your entire point.
No, I was just having a conversation. There was no point. There was no
Oh, okay.
switching. You guys just took it that way. And fair for joking aside, is that like just a woman thing, or just to want to argue,
Well, I just
or just for joke? Just a joke.
well, no,
Calm down.
you said that's cool. If it's for jokes, that's cool. But 5 minutes ago, we
It
weren't.
sounds
joking.
like gaslighting more than jokes.
Yeah,
I
'cause it's
mean,
like
again,
when you're-
It
when
sounds
you're
like
wrong.
gaslighting more than jokes.
When
so
you're
It's like,
that's
I'm
your
going to say this,
interpretation.
but I'm going to say ha 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 behind it to
Uh-huh.
what I just said.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's just like there's a whole panel, and then
So
I mean, I'm
it
just having a
sounds like
conversation.
you don't want to take any responsibility, like getting vasectomy if you know you needed to. It sounds like
What do I
my
need
needles.
to take?
Oh, what about women?
Why do I need to? Where is that?
Why do
from?
women have to take all the responsibility?
Convince me why I need to take a vasectomy.
So because
We're not talking about you personally. We're talking
Well,
about.
that's exactly what she said.
No,
I
what
think
if you
she
were
meant you
married?
in
What if you
general.
were married and your wife just didn't want to take birth control or anything like this anymore, and you already had all the kids
I
that
would
you
have to
wanted?
be very, very
Would you
strong,
go
get
have a
more
vasectomy
hobbies,
or
and
would
leave
you
the
make
house
her
a
do
lot
it?
more because my wife is gorgeous.
What?
But a lot of I get you're joking, but a lot of
No, I'm
men-
not joking. I'm being honest. I know myself. My wife's
So,
hot. Like,
okay.
But
we're-
that's the problem because
Okay.
more men think the exact same way you do, but would not think, oh, I'm gonna go get another hobby. They think I'm still gonna hump on my
not
wife.
hobby, things to distract my mind and keep my energy away
But
from
that's the
certain
thing.
things.
Or you could just get a reversible medical procedure that's
Again,
it's not
why?
that-
But no,
it's
no, no, no,
much-
no.
hold on,
Because
hold
you
on.
guys are saying like if
no.
I
Hold
don't,
on. Let me
no,
continue
what
because it's
she
much
Easier
said-
for you than a woman.
She said if she doesn't want to have birth control anymore, I said fine, fair. And I said I would do this. You didn't like what I had to say, so you're spinning it off to something else. Now, said if again, why is it I'm so against having kids? I love my kids. If God blesses me with another one, so be that. Jesus,
Well, no one's
what is
saying
that so hard to understand?
So
That's how you guys are taking
guess,
it. I mean,
so I guess the problem I'm seeing here is you seem very blessed. You do, and you seem to be like very much appreciate your wife. and your
Yeah, what's
kids.
not to love about
Hold on.
kiddos?
That's great, but are you really so blessed that you're ignorant to the people that are struggling and that do face
Well,
these
homelessness
things?
is a choice,
Now
dear.
that sounds like gas.
No, it's not.
No, that's not gaslighting.
Homelessness
That's
is a
the
choice.
No,
In
it's
America,
not.
You can always
No,
improve yourself.
that is gaslighting.
Do you know what gaslighting is?
The fact that you think he's senseless and naive, not to understand what other people are going through, that's gaslighting.
That's not
Yes.
my opinion and my observation of this man is not gaslighting. If I'm
He
not
didn't
sitting,
ask for your opinion or your observation, did he?
well, he did accept my request, so
But that doesn't give you the free right to just say all
Oh,
that shit.
With that,
Oh,
okay,
yeah, I
but
have-
he's
so
he's
we were-
expressing his opinion, she's expressing hers. It's a fair conversation.
exactly. It's like when he's sitting here saying how women go after men for money, but then when I bring up a point, it's not just him that's blessed, but there's so many men, like she said, that have this same thought process and that are blessed enough to not understand what
Well,
it's
a lot of
like
people
to
left.
struggle and have to deal with these decisions. The reality is,
His
you will
bullshit
never.
locks.
The reality is, you will never know what it's like to have to make the decision to keep a pregnancy of your own or not.
So is that my fault that I wasn't born a woman?
No, it is not. But you should be
Well,
willing.
that's the way you're arguing.
No, hold on. But you should be
This is
willing.
true.
But you could be more
Thank you.
willing to accept information and accept
Except what
that
Willing
information?
to accept
I listen to
information
women
if he
all the
requested
time.
you on the line.
all of the
Oh
things
yeah,
that,
sorry, it's my
all the
fault because I
things I've
requested
said-
you on the live.
no, all of the things
Or
we've
accepted you.
I
tried
should
to
have known. I should have
explain.
vetted you properly.
Well, I'm sorry. What did you think I was coming up here to do?
I don't know. Have a conversation.
Sound like it.
And that's what I'm saying. We were having a conversation.
You were
And
attacking me, and the whole panel just left because the bullshit walks.
who attacked you? What did we attack
Sounds
you?
like arguing host.
I know, dude. I already have a wife. I don't need a bunch of women in my ears yelling at me and Jesus Christ. Let's all be civil with each other, yes?
I think
Yeah,
I
host,
think
but I
we're
feel like
being
you start
civil.
off with this topic in this type of way.
It's all good. You know, that's where it came to. But,
It gets
I
touchy.
mean, if those can yeah, exactly. It does get touchy. But if
I
you can't
think
hang,
that-
you know, you're more than welcome to leave.
I think we've all been very civil considering the joke.
Yeah.
Well, it's a okay. So
Yes,
you guys
and
are against freedom of
The
expression,
way you
freedom of
sound,
No,
speech.
man,
we're
it sounds
not,
like
but
you
the-
like
but the-
Kamala.
No, but
Who,
the
me?
fact of the matter is,
No, host, I'm talking about, right?
No.
okay, so I find offense to that. Like, hello, you're attacking me. I cannot believe you just said that.
You sound like a raging liberal.
No, I cannot believe you just said that. Like, you're attacking me. Oh, does that sounds weird? You hate when someone accuses you of attacking them? But you weren't, right? You were just pointing something out, an observation you made about me. You think because of the way I
you
speak.
did that on the other end was not that.
Did
way.
what? So you keep saying that and that I'm gaslighting, but please tell me how, what, when, where, and what I said that's
You
making it
assuming that he's like all other men.
I've never said that.
She
I
actually was
literally-
assuming the opposite, that he is luckier than a good number of men.
Exactly. I said that he is
She
blessed
said that
enough.
he was blessed, yes. However, that he was too blessed to realize the other
No,
issues of how other
Is
men
that-
can perceive it.
And is
Which
that
is
wrong of me
not
to say?
the statement that you just said, but go ahead.
Exactly. Because, I mean, 3 years ago, I was blessed enough to not realize that people were genuinely racist on this side and that people were genuinely, like, Trump's... I was a Trump supporter. I was uninformed. I couldn't have named a single policy. But now I've realized that I was blessed. I was blessed to not be in that and to not see it in my face and to not be affected by it. But
So
then
you're gonna let a few people, some boogers
So
and
in-
bulls, like ruin the whole thing for you? That it was going good until, like, there was some people that you just may not agree with, or
No,
embarrassed
it-
you,
no,
or
it
just made you
wasn't.
feel bad about
Like you got
yourself.
No,
gaslighting
I
into
promise
changing
you.
your
I
beliefs
promise
and
you, it
opinions.
wasn't that. I heard him speak. I heard what he had to say, and that was
Mhm.
enough for me. Like, I'm sorry.
How
like
did he
I-
speak?
The enemy from within. We could use the military to get them out. He
So
personally
there's no
took
people
credit.
there's
So
no people
why
against
did
the way
Kamala
of
say
American
that
life.
we have no troops deployed into any other thing?
No,
Oh, that
That's
was
a straight out lie.
That
no.
is a
I
lie.
think we
is
can
a lie.
agree. We can agree on
That is a
that.
lie.
I mean, my
So
boyfriend's in
Kamala's
the
not
military.
a liar.
So I wasn't really referring to lies, but we can pick and prod at one lie or two or three lies she's made.
So she's
But we're-
really not the bitter
but-
twist, is she?
But the problem is, Trump lied to y'all for years. Mexico did not pay for your border. Hello, and then
Oh,
or
duh, we know that.
but then
Yeah.
he
So you think?
said, hello.
said that
His
Mexico is
entire
going to.
campaign was that he was going to build a
Yeah,
wall, and
Mexico's
Mexico
got
was
its own
gonna pay
problems
for it.
right now. With
And
what's her name?
Mexico did not pay.
Claudia
for it.
Sheinbaum.
So he lied to you, okay? And then
You didn't lie.
that is what he lied. He said that Mexico would pay for it, and they didn't. Your military and FEMA funding paid for it.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
So are you trolling now, or do you have something legitimate to say?
Exactly. Y'all don't even have a fucking rebuttal
It was
because
just.
you're wrong.
What are you talking? Okay, so you're talking about the
But it
border,
sounds like
and
it's
more
y'all
importantly, okay.
continuously arguing.
Yeah, she was in charge of finding out the reasons of immigration, right? So
in the
if-
in the northern central hemisphere, it was a
Okay.
certain area. It was Guatemala,
Mm-hmm.
Venezuela, and one
Very
other
good.
place. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Honduras?
Honduras. Thank you. All right. So yeah. So she definitely took that money, and more importantly, the situation is that what she tell them? Stop. Don't come. We're gonna fix the economy. We're gonna make sure that you guys don't need reasons. So now, accordingly, you're talking about Mexico. So who's the president now? Claudia Sheinbaum. Do you know anything about her?
No. What does that have to do with my point
It
about?
has a lot to do with the things that you're talking about, our relationship with Mexico, more importantly, tackling these situations and
Well, I was
problems
just saying
that are
that-
happening, because it's the same thing as saying, like, we can't tell the difference between T people and Palestinians. That's what Egypt said, in equivalence to we can't tell the Mexican politicians apart from the cartel. It's one of these things that we need to understand our relationship, not just from one aspect, but from all aspects. Especially you're talking about the border. What are you completely aware, or how does this specifically affect you as an individual?
So,
Yeah, Kamala 2024.
if you remember my point, it was that Trump lied to you. Okay.
Trump lied to us.
Okay, I live by the border.
Uh-huh.
I know a little bit about it. I think she
Why,
has a
why didn't
better.
Mexico pay for it?
Oh, Mexico. The president told him no from the get go, and dropped an F bomb. He knew it wasn't, but I don't really. It was to me political.
Well, he tried to get it done, but you know,
It was never going to happen. I never thought it was going to
Well, yeah,
happen.
because
Trump
Mexico
is-
doesn't want to take accountability for their cartel problem, right?
No,
Yeah,
but Trump knew it wasn't going to happen, and he still said
So-
it.
so
Lied.
we
But
should-
that's
should be
Trump.
against
That
somebody
doesn't
trying to
bother
hold
me
them
too
accountable.
much compared
You
to
don't-
his other lies.
Cartel? Really?
Well, I don't know if you
Trafficking?
heard. I don't know if you heard what we were talking
That's
about.
you really
but
defending that?
I had mentioned how they had pointed out how Kamala lies, and I was like, oh, okay, well, we can pinpoint her one or two lies compared to his.
Yeah.
So it's okay. You're
I think everything is relative, and yeah,
So
every
basically, it's okay
politician
a woman
lies,
to do it as
but
long as it's not a white man.
Trump is
Got
an
it.
Olympic player.
No. The fact of the matter is, y'all want to hold Democrats,
Who's y'all?
Republicans. I'm sorry,
I'm not
conservatives.
even a Republican. I'm
So-
from California, dude.
That doesn't make you not a Republican.
Yeah, they use a different yardstick, and then for a black woman, it's totally different yardstick.
It
Exactly.
doesn't matter
It's like,
the color.
you're gonna. But the thing is,
For any woman.
no, but you
White's
hold
black,
her
so what
to
does
a
that
higher
matter?
standard because you were so upset by the fact that her. I'm sorry. You said she said that there were not active troops deployed, and that was a blatant lie, right? But you were
Right.
so upset over that one lie compared to Trump's
No,
consistent
ABC
lies.
whistleblower
Why-
because it has
why
a
do
perception
you-
of something that
Why
it's not.
do you hold
That's
her
crazy,
to a
man.
higher standard?
Because
than
why
you
can't
do
we?
him?
No, it's
I
all
don't
all
hold her to
people.
a higher standard.
It's always a different standard. For
Then
example,
why make
Al
the issue
Franken,
of her lying?
the Democrats got rid of him because they remember the Me Too thing, and they brought up like he had that picture and he didn't even touch her or anything, but it looked bad. And what did the Democrats do? They got rid of Al Franken, right? There's no way the Republicans would ever get rid of Trump, no
But
matter
then,
what.
exactly, then you have blatant interviews of Trump admitting that he used to walk in the back of the teen Miss America pageant that he owned and watch girls change. But you know what?
So this is based on irrefutable proof, though.
No, it is not. It's literally
Different standard. And if you're not willing to admit to that,
No.
He
I'm asking
said
you-
that with his
It's a
own
simple
mouth.
question.
So
Again.
why do we focus
Should
on
I
characteristics
pull up
more
the
than policies?
interview
Right.
so we can all listen to
We
it
can
together?
talk about
Again,
policies.
is it based on irrefutable proof? That's my question.
He said it.
He fucking said it.
So again, that's not my response.
No.
That's
Why
not
would-
response.
So
Is it
what would be the proof? 14-year-old girls coming out saying I saw Trump come in when I was changing?
Because apparently,
And they have.
apparently that's,
And they
okay,
have.
so
They have,
that's-
and he
so
admitted it.
How did those situations come out?
He admitted it. Are you
How
dumb?
did the situations came out in court?
on the Howard Stern, he bragged about it.
You're
He
gonna
was
go on Howard
bragging
Stern?
about it. They
The
didn't
same guy that
question
was
came
like,
out of his
being
mouth.
disgusting
Listen,
things on the internet.
listen,
on
no,
the
they
on
were
radio.
Show you who you are.
That's where your
believe it.
moralities. You're basing it off. Howard
We're basing it off of his own mouth. What are you not getting about that?
He didn't
So
even just
again,
confess. He
So you're
bragged.
okay with him doing that stuff, but you're okay with Kamala Harris perpetuating negative stereotypes against Jamaicans.
And you're okay. Okay, no, let's not go there because what about the false narrative that Trump put out about immigrants?
she's
but
What
has
negative
to be
stereotypes?
She's allowed to be racist.
What
but,
negative
you know, he's
stereotypes?
not.
No.
Again, everything's relative. You
Her-
can't compare the
Exactly.
races.
It's all upon perspective.
Hold
It's
on,
all
clock
to
it.
him.
No, clock it because she's fucking Jamaican and Indian. What are you talking about?
You don't realize she made
You
a
know what she
statement.
is.
What was the
Yeah.
statement?
So okay, let me ask you this: where is Donald Harris at?
What's the statement she made? No, I
Why
want to
doesn't
hear
he
it.
Why doesn't he even support his own daughter?
They got divorced at a young
Exactly.
age. That
So
happened.
Well, again, why doesn't he support his own daughter?
Oh my God, Trump's wife has literally came out against him.
Donald Harris? Why does not he support his
They
own daughter?
divorced. They divorced at a young age, and there's
It's very weird that your own daughter.
What does Donald Harris have to do with
president, and
this?
You don't even support
Exactly.
her.
No, that's the thing. He
That's
wants to bring
absolutely
up.
niece doesn't support him.
weird.
You just keep bringing up talking points you've seen on
No,
TikTok.
it's truth.
What is
No,
what is wait, no. Hold on. What does Donald Harris have to do with Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris?
So why?
It doesn't.
Why wouldn't you, as a parent, support your own child?
So why won't his wife support him?
Exactly.
Why
don't
doesn't
wanna
even
Why
his
why
mother
does
would
Donald
talk
Trump's
bad about
own
him?
wife not support his campaign?
Right? His
No,
own
it's
wife
not.
doesn't support his
Don't
own
wanna
campaign.
answer the
No.
They have to pay her.
So if
Okay,
Kamala's
so I
dad
haven't
had a
seen her.
foot
I haven't
removed,
seen
would
her
that
ma-
be
we
different?
We haven't
Does
heard.
that have
I
to do
haven't
with
heard
it?
any statement where it would be on the news and everywhere. Melania doesn't support Trump. Melania, blah
Oh
blah
my
blah.
God.
It absolutely has though.
What?
Oh
Truth
my
hurts
So
or
you're
what?
trying to
Right.
say the
Truth
same
hurts.
media that you
Policy
accept that
he's coming
doesn't have
up with.
pocket pools of interest.
This is coming from both sides.
So
It's
do
her
you
fucking
understand
words.
Project? So do you
You are
understand
so-
Project Mockingbird?
Will somebody wake up the host? I think he's still
Oh,
sleeping.
okay. So do you understand
No,
Project
literally.
Mockingbird?
No, tell us about, enlighten us about Project
You
Mockingbird.
need to go educate yourself.
No, pivot.
Well,
No,
you
I think
educate us. We're here.
yourself.
We're here.
Yourself.
No, go.
So you insult. You can't stand it. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm already married. I already got a wife. I don't need to deal with a bunch of women in my ear. And you guys were just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. It started with 2. It was a nice conversation. And then it evolved into something absolutely. It was cool when we had at least the people in here, but now it just completely died down. Because I don't think anybody wants to hear a bunch of women argue. Yeah, this
No,
isn't The
no
View.
one wants to hear
Right?
someone that
Guys, you wanna
doesn't
do
want
that?
to hear the truth.
If you want to go
And you
argue,
wanna-
you know, let me know, your poor husbands, what they have to think. Bring them in here. Oh my god, you guys, you're adorable. I love you guys. Peace, love, and joy. But you couldn't. You couldn't. You tried, but you couldn't. So, deuces.
You missed the whole point. Like, you really... I'm getting out of this.
One more time, Joyce. She's beating your.
I'm not doing this. Like, missed the whole point.
Somebody just posted and said the reason why you're short is because your dad.
You stepped out in the real world, but
I'm
you're
saying.
not living in this perfect world where
I'm not...
Tell you what causes high blood pressure.
my man, thank you, brother.
Bullet love. And I'm saying
Necessary.
I have to
way for
sneeze.
people to get through the asylum process in this country.
Jackson.
I love.
$1,000.
I'm okay, honey.
He
15
really
minutes
just sat
only,
there.
so
He
Claudia.
really just dead ass sat there and moved the goalpost 15 times, and then got mad and disconnected everyone from the live because he was losing the argument of the nonsense that he was absolutely saying. That is insanity. Like, how do you sit here and be like, oh, I'm just gonna say a bunch of nonsense. You like, oh, Donald Harris doesn't support his daughter. Okay, a lot of parents don't support what their children do and don't do. What do you like? What does that have to do with Trump versus Harris? Like, what? Huh? Like, and I'm not even if you're new to me and my stream, I'm not even like a political streamer. I'm not that type of a person, but I've been doing this test because I'm trying to do multi-streaming on different platforms. So I'm testing that out while I was sitting here doing this debate, but that just kind of perturbed me a little because you really sat here and like I thought he was a decent individual even though he was voting for Trump, because I very much have stated that people that vote for Trump have not been decent individuals in these years. And I was excited to finally have a conversation with someone that would hear out both sides. But it's very interesting that as soon as he was met with the proper discourse into how his views were not feasible, not correct, and not based in anything that was for the betterment of our entire country, he tucked tail and ran, and he tucked tail and started talking about every other thing on the fucking planet. That's absolutely insane to me. You had the opportunity to actually host a legitimately fair live, and if you didn't want them to talk, you could have muted them. But the fact that you were allowing them to talk and not liking what they were saying because they were absolutely hitting you where it hurt because it didn't make any fucking sense, you just took it and went absolutely completely left. And and it showed very much how you are similar to Trump supporters in that, right? Because many Trump supporters do not, they don't seem to care about what's put in front of their face. Because Trump coined the term fake news, so they don't want to see what's right in front of their face. They don't want to hear a fair argument and hear the argument out. They want to just believe what they want to believe and let that be it. I'm so over this election. I am so ready for tomorrow to be done, and hopefully it doesn't go the way of Trump, because if it goes that way, I fear that we might be in a dictatorship, and I'm not okay with that, because that's not what America is. That's not what America is based off. He absolutely said he wanted to disband the Constitution, which is what America is built on. He absolutely said that he wants it to be where the president is completely immune from any kind of persecution legally, and that especially is why he really wants to be president, because he knows he's gonna have to face possible jail time for all of the stuff he was already convicted of. So it's just crazy that we started off talking about women's rights as far as abortions and whatnot, and then it got to the point where he's like, oh well, what oh, I'm just gonna get a hobby and whatnot, and what about irresponsible, there are irresponsible people on both sides, as men and as women, and it's not okay to only police the women for their irresponsibility and not police the men for theirs. And if we're going to have it where a child is absolutely brought into this world, there needs to be, honestly, 3 things that need to change. If we are going to ban abortion, we need to change the foster care and adoption system in America, because it is very hard for families to get any kind of real ball rolling as far as choosing to adopt a child. We need to change the child care system, because in fact, if you are going to consider a baby to be a baby before it exits the womb, then the child support should be changed to reflect that the baby is a baby. The tax situation needs to change to reflect that the baby is a baby. All of those things would need to be overhauled if we're going to have to do that for these families. As well as mandating, of course, probably paternity tests in order to verify the paternity of the baby, so that we can, again, work on the child support system. There are so many things that would have to be overhauled if you were forcing women to have babies. It's just as simple as that. But I'm not no political person, and I'm not trying to have political debates with nobody. I'm not a politician. I'm not trying to be a politician, and I'm not a political streamer. I'm not here for that, but it was very interesting to be in a situation where I'm
Had to pull out.
going
the
back
rest
and
of your heart
forth.
landed on the sheet.
I'm going back and forth with someone that supports someone, and you just turn around and you're like, oh no, well, I'm gonna tuck tail and run. But I have concluded my test, so I am going to get out of here. If you're new and you would like to give me a follow, please do. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mwah.